Good morning, it's your girl. And yo, it's that tasteful Tuesday. So let's just get right on into it uh, after this. Streets is talking. As long as we got this government here, the streets gonna always be talking. Let me tell you. So let's just really get into it. So if you are a TikTok user, yeah, you probably gonna have to shut down your page real soon and collect your information. Because as we speak, TikTok will be owned by a majority of American investors. Yeah, that's not so great, but this is the worst part, right? Oracle, which is owned by Billy Ellison, who's pro MAGA, pro bullshit, will monitor and ensure our data is safe. Yeah, you think so? So they can access it, I'm sure, right? But it even gets worse, you guys. They're allowing ICE, okay, to just have access to our airport photos. You know the picture they take at check-in? So now ICE know where you going, got all your information, and that's why you see the ICE agents trying to take pictures of the people that are taking pictures of them. That's why they're doing it, because and it takes longer because they're going through that program. Now, who in the hell we know, right? Everything today is just trumpeted. Trump stupidity all over. So now, oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago, the border czar, Holman, accepted $50,000 in cash, right? And said he would actually give government contracts to undercover FBI agents. Now Trump is like, that's not true. You wasn't even in office. You don't know what's true. You know it's true. What he do with that 50K? I seen the way he looked. I know what he did with that 50K. He used that as some shake him up around the way. Oh my gosh. So then I tell you this a lot of Trump. So Trump also denied pressuring the network to suspend Jimmy Kimmel over the Chuck little jokes. I don't even know what to say sometimes because I'm just like, it's not like I'm watching my words, but it's like some things are just too stupid to even utter. But he's saying, no, never would I do that. So needless to say, Disney said, hey, Kimmel, we want you back. Yeah, that's after they lost $3.87 billion. Yeah, after that, they were like, hey, come on back, Jimmy, you home. Ha, it was a joke. Yeah, okay. So Jimmy will be on later on tonight. But, with those type of things, it's always a snafu, as I call it, a little snafu. So now you may or may not get it. You may or may not see it because it's on limited stations, limited networks. Actually, who is it? Sinclair and Netstar may not be aired because it's not going to be in every market. Oh, that's your stipulation? I don't get back the whole thing? I think these people are going to never learn. Never, ever learn. Almost $4 billion is a lot of money to lose. I'm saying it really is. But you can't tell these people nothing, right? And then, we still on Trump. Now, there's a whole nother thing. Gandhi, his press secretary, she's got to be the most ditzy lady I ever met. They should have just put a robot there because that's exactly what she is. She an odd robot. She just utter whatever they tell her. So one of the things she uttered that our slow ass president said, yes, I said slow ass president said, he trying to warn women like he has a PhD in anything, right? Except lying, cheating, and stealing. He act like he had a PhD, like he's a real physician, telling pregnant women not to take Tylenol because it causes autism. Well, what's his problem? His mama didn't take Tylenol. So what happened to him? Come on. He's getting involved in things that he shouldn't. Look, he graduated from college, but he really just graduated. He doesn't know anything. He had a 1.8 GPA. People get that when you ain't even trying, when you're not there. Excuse me, y'all. This president just really boggles me. It's just ridiculous. So look, ladies, continue to take the Tylenol if you need it, okay? Because experts say the two do not correlate. That is not accurate information. And remember, he's the same one when COVID happened that he said you should drink bleach. You can't make this shit up. It's ridiculous. Y'all better stop listening to that crazy president we got, man. And then back in March, right? I believe Elon did it. Elon actually fired the Federal Trade Commissioner from her position, Rebecca Kelly Slaughter, back in March. Well, she's been fighting ever since because they haven't really been doing their job, and because she's not in that seat, the dumbass Supreme Court, yes, dumbass Supreme Court, the six of them, because the other three is on the side of right, no matter what party it is, right? Those six jackasses allowed him to take over the Federal Trade Commission. Do you know that means that it gives him total control, full control? That's not a good look. We all know this guy is not good with money. People saying he's a businessman. Shit, nah, he's not a businessman. He's a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Because he done been bankrupt so many times. He's not a good businessman at all. He's not a good judge of character. He's not a good anything. He's not. He really isn't, you guys. And so they'll hear her remarks in December. But if we know what we know, he's got the Supreme Court under his thumb. So that part sucks. It's just getting nuttier and nuttier. Look, that's what the streets is talking. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Look, I'm saying it with my chest. I am so sick and tired of them messing with our First Amendment. The freedom of speech is everything. And the more they keep digging and digging and digging into it, it makes it worse. And it's crazy too, because if you're on that maggot side, yeah, I said maggot. If you're on the maggot side, then you can say whatever you want and do whatever you want. But if you're on the side for equality, then you believe that everyone should be able to say whatever they want to say. Because look, I didn't agree with shit Chuck said. Not one single thing. I didn't agree with it, right? However, I believe he had the right to say whatever he wanted. He said it with his chest too, because that's what he truly believed in. And I'm not mad at that. I think the thing that makes me mad is the dumbass Republicans and Democrats that voted to give his ass a holiday. For what? He didn't do shit. He did nothing. Martin Luther King's family had to fight steady for 15 years. And when something goes wrong like this, you know what white people always bring him up? Martin Luther King was such a great guy. You guys should be just like him. No. Y'all killed Martin Luther King because he was on some let's go Malcolm shit. That's what he was on. He was like, oh man, I think I made a big mistake with this integration. I should have kept us separate. I don't know. Maybe he should have. But at that time, he really thought, no, because he was a super Christian. He believed that we should all eat together, walk together, go to school together. Then come to find out, people said he died. Now, this is how the government be lying. He died from a gunshot wound. No, no, no. People, if you do not know, please look this shit up. He died because the doctor that was in the hospital smothered his ass with a pillow. Look it up. His wife got $3,000 for that. Just three. Back then, yeah, it was a lot of money, but just three. and it's all good. Hey, we gave you the money. Say what? See, a lot of you probably don't even know that. You thinking he got shot and he died from that. No, he lived, was talking after that, was fine. Nah, he died because a racist ass doctor felt like, nah, you can't be living, bro. Smothered his ass. I tell you, freedom of speech in the United States is only good if you got a white face. What happened to old Chuck? That was him trying to be bigger than his system because it was another white face that took him out. And there's so many other little intricate things behind that. If you guys really look, like somebody questioned if he was still alive. What if he is? It's not going to help or hurt us at all. Period. But it will hurt them if he's still alive. They did too many, as I like to say, fugazi things. Like the first thing was they rushed him out of there. No blood drops, no nothing, but his shirt wasn't on anymore. They took his shirt off, put him in the truck immediately, right? Then, where he was sitting at the podium over there with a little tent, there was a camera behind him. They looked around and they took it down. But that's not even the most fugazi thing. How about this? Within days, they took down the tent, but it seemed like they were redoing that area, like with cement or some sort of stone blocks or something. It was weird. Probably to hide evidence because you know this country is good for that. But it's things that make you go, Anywho, I had to say it with my chest. That time again for me to leave. However, I always leave you with a gem. All right? So here we go. No matter who it is that is doing wrong, you do not have to be a sheep and follow. Just because they did it doesn't mean you have to do it. Period. Malcolm X once said, right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter who does it. I agree. And I also think you should get up, get out, and don't be a follower. I'm saying.